Hello YouTube, this is Bub's Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. I've got just a short stack of books to get through today, so let's get right into it. Let's make me small and get to the haul. We're going to start off today with just a normal book, a little bit of Bronze Age for you, a little Bronze Age Marvel if you like that. We're going to start out with Howard the Duck number 9. And yes, folks, when bites the beaver! Dun dun dun! Thunder over Niagara Falls when bites the beaver! There you go. Here's your gratuitous beaver shot there. Congratulations. Howard the Duck dropping his cigar in the middle of the tightrope walk across the Niagara Falls. Don't ask me why he chose to do that, but he sure chose to do that. So there you go. There's Howard the Duck number 9. Now, I don't generally pick up a whole lot of Howard the Duck. I've got some for sure. But when I saw that cover, I couldn't pass it up. And here's another one that I couldn't pass up. Howard the Duck number 30. As he's going to battle Dr. Bong. Forged in the flames of frenzy, the most unwilling hero of all, Iron Duck. So look at Iron Duck. Now he's not protecting his little ducklings there, so he better be careful. And he's basically built that, looks like out of a hydrant. So he's got the little toothbrushes for windshield wipers on his eyes, for eye wipes. That's pretty fun. So he's having a big old time. Howard the Duck as Iron Duck in Howard the Duck number 30. So there's some fun there. I picked this book up just because I like the cover, but apparently it has some kind of first appearance or another. If you're coming for your hot spec first appearance news, you've stumbled upon the wrong channel, but I hope you find something here you like anyway. Free Comic Book Day, Spider-Man number 1. First appearance of somebody, but I just like that Venom swing out. And Spider-Man looked pretty good. And of course, Black Cat, can't beat that. So I was happy with that. Here's some more Bronze Age Marvel. Here's the Defenders, number 55. Now, I'll give you one guess as to why I picked up this book. It has nothing to do with the Defenders or Red Guardian or any... I guess this is the origin of Red Guardian, who's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, and I might be, in the Black Widow movie that's set to come out in 2026. So, but here you have the cat there. And look at that odd position that he has her dangling from. I think those are 2 headlights and a rib cage, but it's awful. The whole thing is kind of a mess. So that struck me, and I was like, you know what? I think it was like $1 or $2, so I went ahead and picked it up. But there you go, Defenders number 55. I rarely turn down Frank Cho art. Some of his Harley Quinn covers weren't my favorite, so I skipped quite a few of those. But some of his better work is when he draws Storm. So check out Storm there. I guess Black Panther's on that cover too, but I don't care about that. I'm just looking at Storm right there. Some Frank Cho Storm goodness. Look at that. And he's got some other characters too. I don't know who else is who. That obviously Iron Man. I'm gonna guess that that's Kitty Pryde because I think I see Lockheed's head down here. And that's like her pet, so very cool. Of course, we find out later in an X-Men series, the Astonishing X-Men, that Lockheed is actually not just a pet, but he's actually like a super being from another planet that's very that's not just mindless, very intelligent. So here is Spider-Woman number 1. This is that secret variant or something like that. I didn't know that. I just picked it up for a couple of bucks, but then somebody told me that it was some sort of secret variant that had come out for this run. I just thought it was a pretty cool cover, so pick that up. Here's the New Avengers number 59. Some more Spider-Woman action. Spider-Woman's made a few appearances here already, so very cool. I just thought that was cool, seeing the two of them back to back, Spider-Man and Spider-Woman back to back. So I like that. Nice yellow background. Here's Dark Avengers number 5. I didn't have this book. I thought it was a pretty cool Wolverine in his brown and gold. Some kind of variant, I suppose, but I just really like the way that he looked in that. I don't really know much about Dakin, except the only thing I ever knew about him you know, while the story was current, was that he was like an ex-drug addict or something like that. And I'm not really into that. So that was pretty much where I had left the character. In fact, I say all the time that I have a complete run of Wolverine from his first appearance from his first comic book ongoing solo series to his death, right? But actually, I do have a gap in that run, and that gap is when he's no longer in the book and it's just about Dakin, and they have him as Wolverine there for, I don't know, 10 or 15 issues or so. And so I don't have that part of that run. I have a couple of the books in that run, but I'm missing, that's kind of a gap. In the back of my mind, I'll pick those up someday. I'm not really in a hurry for it, but people talk all the time about the new Wolverine, and they have you know, X-23 as a possible new Wolverine. But I think down the road, I think Dakin will actually he's actually a very, very popular version of Wolverine, and I think down the road he may get some attention. So we'll see about that. We got Uncanny X-Men 308. I just liked it. John Romita Jr. here, just killer. And it has the two versions of the X-Men there. It's got Cyclops and Jean Grey. So that's pretty cool. I like when those covers get kind of meta. So you guys know I never pass up a Greg Land cover. So here's Uncanny X-Men 510 with Greg Land. It reminds me of that Supergirl cover I showed a few weeks back where worlds collide. Look at that. I love it. I absolutely love it. Greg Land is one of my favorite artists. I think he just does great work, especially on his females. The males sometimes look okay. Most of the time they look pretty good. It's funny because I do like Adam Hughes quite a bit, but Adam Hughes, I don't think he does near as well on the male characters as he does the females, whereas Greg Land, he does both pretty well. So all right, let's see what else we got. We got X-Men 139. Sorry to be jumping around, but this is actually the other X-Men. They changed the title to New X-Men, but it's still X-Men 139. Not Uncanny, but the other. And then this is just too cool. Murder at the Mansion, 1 of 3. And I forget who does the cover on this, but I just thought it was awesome to have the two of them on the same cover, looking pissed at each other. And of course in her Phoenix outfit. Very cool. Here's an X-Men book, X-Men 178. So it looks like we kept in some kind of order. Nope, we didn't. Anytime I see the Sentinels and Wolverine battling the Sentinels, I'll usually pick that up. So that's a cool cover. I'm glad to have that. That's pretty much the only reason why I picked up that book. My X-Men books, they kind of get scattered around, but they're books that I don't tend to sell. So when my collection gets a little bloated and I try and size it back down, the X-Men books usually make the cut. I can't think of an X-Men book that I've sold that I didn't already have another copy of. So sorry about the jumping around, but here's New X-Men 156. I don't know why I bought that book. No. I mean, it's not bad. I like it. The art's a little iffy, but I thought, you know, it's a feature cover for Emma Frost, so you can't beat that. I was picking up these Bounty Hunter series, and then also this the Bounty Hunter story's not been very good, but then I was picking up these 40th anniversary covers, and I just kind of stopped because I'm about halfway through. There's going to be 36 of them. This is number 15, so I was getting close. And really, I just need to offload some books. I've got way too many books, so I'll come back and pick these up in the dollar bins or the $2 bins as they cycle through. And if not, if they start raising in value, at least I've already got almost half of them, and I can work on that. And I've already filled a binder. I was putting these into binders, and I've already got one binder full. So some Silver Age sneaking in here. Fantastic Four number 81. Look at that, man. I love that all red and yellow ketchup and mustard coming at you. Look at that. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Very cool. I'm excited about that, to have that in the collection. The Fantastic Four books, everything under number 100, it's hard not to pick those up, man. When I see those for like $5 or less, I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, man, I'll take that. I mean, look at all that crackle going on. It's just fantastic. Just some great artwork, great covers, and the stories aren't bad either. So good stuff there. Let's see. We got a couple more modern books. Here's Wonder Woman 755. I want to guess it's Middleton. So pretty cool. I was picking up some of these Middleton books for Wonder Woman, but I kind of went cold on them a little bit. They started getting a little bit repetitive. I do like what he's doing with the title, but I mean, how many pinups of one character can you really stand? So, like I said, the collection's getting a little big. It's going to undergo a big shrinking here soon, so there's a good place to start. Not picking up new books, right? Here's Damage number 4. Just picked that up because it was a cool Poison Ivy, Tony Daniel cover. Look at that. Absolutely. Now you spend a day, you go on a date with Poison Ivy, and you end up at the health clinic with some itching and burning. But it's probably from Poison Ivy. There you go. Here you go. Here's Wizard. Let's see, number 92. So we're going to close it out with a cool little magazine. I love, my favorite Wizard comics are the ones that mix different publishers. So you have Marvel and DC on here. Those are my favorite. I like those the best. Mostly because it's just not a comic cover you would see otherwise. They usually have some good art. But the reason that I picked this one up, and hopefully it won't take me forever to skim through to it, was because Jim Balent did a short-lived series of interior splash pages where he pitted two female superheroes against each other. And if you know Jim Balent's art, you know it's going to be fantastic. So he, I don't know how many there are altogether. I think there's maybe 4, but this is one of them. This is it's called Last Woman Standing, and this one's Black Widow versus Catwoman. So they have some stats and things, but they're basically a cat fight. And so look at that. There is Black Widow battling Catwoman. Of course, Jim Balent Catwoman, so you can't go wrong there. Very just fantastic art by Jim Balent. He could have done a little bit better on Black Widow's face, but if you're staring at the face, you miss the point of the splash page. So there you go. So there's a few more of these in I think they're in sequence too. It's like 191, 193, or 91, 93 or something like that. So I'll be trying to pick these up when I see them on the cheap. And there's also alternate covers of these. There's one cover of this that had Buffy the Vampire Slayer on instead. So you remember that Wizard has A and B covers, sometimes more. So just because you don't see this same cover doesn't mean that it doesn't still have that same interior splash. So anyway, that's my haul. I hope you all enjoyed that, and we will leave you. Let's see who gets the nod. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave you with Beaver. All right, we'll catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. Remember, read a comic, beware the beaver, and don't apologize for the glare. Bye bye.